Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
I'm Neville from PASS Physical Activity and Sports Specialist. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at our week 2 lesson of tennis. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at trying to strike a ball, hit a ball using our hands. But before we start every lesson, we always must do a warm-up just to get our body nice and warm, get our heart beating, ready for the activity we're going to do. So today for our warm-up, I'm going to use some socks. You could use some cones, you could use some cups, whatever you've got in your house. So I'm going to place the socks down, just in a random order. So I'm going to get my oldest daughter Freya to help me with this. So Freya, can you come in? Okay, in our warm-up, remembering from last week, our ready position. Freya, can you show us our ready position? Excellent. So today, when we're looking to strike a ball and hit the ball with our hand, we're going to look at that body position, our ready position. So when I say to Freya in a moment, she's going to move around the different socks and she's going to look to try and hit, to start with, a forehand. Okay, so she's going to look to use the palm of her hand, hitting the ball, striking across her body in the ready position. Every time she goes to a pair of socks, she gets 1 point. So, are you ready, Freya? You ready? You're looking at forehands. You ready? Steady. And off you go, Freya. 1 point. 2 points. Can you use that other hand, Freya? 3 points. 4 points. 5 points. And stop, Freya. Okay, brilliant. So when you've done that for about 30 seconds, the next one we're going to look at the back of backhand. So the back of my hand, ready position, across my body, looking for the back. Again, how many points can you score? Ready? Off you go, Freya. Good. Remember to use both hands. Use that other arm. Good. And stop, Freya. Brilliant. Okay, and the next part of our warm-up is we're going to do an forehand smash. So we're going to go down, I'm going to jump up, palm of my hand, I'm going to go down and try and hit it as hard as I possibly can. Again, we're trying to move as quick as we can, because every time we go to a pair of socks or a cone, we get 1 point. You ready? Off you go, Fred. Go. Up, big jump. Good. Next one, go. Up. Remember, can you use both arms? Good. And freeze. Remember, try and beat your score every time you do it. Okay, go and get warm. I'll see you soon. Okay, so we're nice and warm. We're ready to start our lesson. So for this, we're going to need, I'm using socks. So I've got 3 different size socks. Just you try and pick which one you want to do. Try and challenge yourself. So today I'm going to try and go for the smallest one to challenge myself. So we're looking today at trying to hit a ball, a bit of paper, in my case some socks. So we're looking to try and keep the ball up in the air. So the best way of doing that, think about how I'm going to position my hands. So to try and get the ball to go up, or a pair of my socks, I'm going to use the palm of my hand to allow it to go up in the air. So all we're going to try and do, just there, palm of my hand, remember, ready position, knees bent, there, down. I'm just going to try and keep it up in the air. If you can do that, remember, we've got 2 hands, so can I do it with the other hand? When you can do that, see if you can go to alternative hands. So right to left, left to right. How many can you do? Try and challenge yourself. Okay, if you can do that, what about trying to twist your hands, going from when we look to use a forehand, or maybe use the back of a hand. So we're going to go forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. How many can you do? Well done. Get practicing. Okay, so for our next activity, what we're going to need, I've got a hoover pole. You could use cushions, you could use whatever you like. This is going to act like our net. Okay, so I'm going to place it down. And again, I'm going to need a little bit of help for this. So I'm going to ask Freya to come on again. Freya, and you come. Okay, so what we're going to look to try and do now, we're going to try and hit and strike the ball across to my partner. So we're looking to use the palm of my hand and thinking about our ready position, what we talked about in our warm-up and in last week's lesson. So for this, again, I'm going to use socks. You could use scrumped up paper, you could use balls if you've got it, whatever you've got around your house. So I'm going to use my socks. So our first one, we're going to go into the middle to our net, and we're going to take one step back. Okay, and all we're going to look to try and do today, it's really important that we look at our body position. Okay, so I'm going to strike it with my right hand, so I'm going to look to turn my body sideways on. I'm going to be in the ready position, my hand, palm of my hand facing my partner, because that's where I want the ball to go. Okay, so it's there, I've bent my knees, I'm looking for it to go over the net. So there, up, hit to my partner. My partner's going to pick it up, there, and hit. Good. Okay, with that, it's really, really important that we're looking how we position our hands. If I position my hand up, the socks or the balls are going to go up in the air. I want the ball, or the socks in our case, to go to my partner. So the palm of my hand is facing my partner, and that's where it's going to finish. So it's there, knees nice and bent, up, hit to my partner. My partner's going to do the same, up, good, well done. As soon as you get that, maybe challenge yourself, change the size of your socks or the size of your ball. Then, when we've used the palm of my hand, we're going to look, is there another part of my hand that I can use? So, is there another part of my hand I could use, Freya, to hit the ball with?
Yes.
What is it?
Your back.
The back of my hand. So we're going to do exactly the same, thinking about being side on. Okay, so sideways on, using the back of my hand across our net, trying to get it to our partner. So again, remember, ready position, eye on the ball or our socks. I'm going to hold it there. So you ready, Freya? There, ready. So it's going up, and I'm going to hit with the back of my hand. Okay, yeah. So you ready? So I'm going to up, back of my hand. It's there, up, back of my hand. So we've looked at using our forehand, we've looked at using our backhand. Those are all the things we're looking at. So remember, eye on the ball, or socks in my case, knees bent in the ready position. And some of you might say, you might be on your own. So Freya, thank you for that. Go over. If you're actually at home on your own, you can still do these activities. So if you haven't got a partner, I'm going to use a box. Okay, so I might put the box on one side, and my challenge will be, again, ready position, can I get the socks or my ball into the, in my case, the box. So it's there, hit it across. 1 point. Go and get it. There, ready position, there. Oh, missed it. Okay. Remember, using backhand, can you try and do the same activity? Well done, get practicing. Okay everyone, so to end today's lesson, we're always going to finish with a challenge. Okay, so just like last week, we're going to try and beat our score every time we do it. So today's challenge, we're going to try and keep, in my case, a pair of socks up in the air as many times as you can. So up, how many times can you keep it up in the air? If you can do that, can you do alternative hands? If you can do that, can you go to the back of your hands? How many can you do? Keep practicing, try and beat your score every time. So stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.